took that gig and allowed his how that he would make it big. He just didn't know it then, but his fate was sealed. Plus he didn't know his ass from the short left field, but he went down there to the underground with his Peter Paul and Mary Sound, and he sang real nice and he sang real soft, but the people didn't listen and they ticked him off till he took to drinking and he ran amok. He got away the hell down on his luck. Stepped out one day there to check his mail, and he found himself down in Lauderdale in the rooms full of bubbas, buses full of photos, the beating all the stuffing out of every song that he knows. All that he's gotta be is up for doing for so everybody loves a little transcendental polka Billy, running his number on him everywhere that he goes, headed where nobody but the deity had handled. Rooms full of bubbas, buses full of polos, on to the promised land. In his white side walls and his wingtip shoes, hanging in there yelling his wingnut blues to that marina crowd they couldn't fathom these. So we drifted on down to the Keys, where the sun was warm and the air was fresh, and exotic pleasures of the place made him think that he found him a place to stop. So we next appeared on a mountain top, standing in the street in his island clothes, while a Mercury dropped and the river rose. He took an old guitar and a paper cup, and what he didn't know then, well, he just made up. Oh, the room's full of bubbas, buses full of photos, the beating all the stuffing out of every song that he knows. All that he's gotta be is up for doing for so everybody loves a little transcendental polka Billy, running his number on him everywhere that he goes, headed where nobody but the deity had handled. Room full of bubbas, buses full of photos, on to the promised land. Wise. He got an insane glitter coming in his eyes. He got a good old lady and a new guru, and he's trying to keep it doing what he needs to do. He's seen a time or two he could forget about. He's seen a time when all they did was twist and shout. He's seen a rodeo and a weenie roast, and he couldn't tell you now which one he liked the most. He's been a gift to woman and a friend to man. He's been a fool as only a believer can. He's been a sidewalk bum and a handyman on a rough and rocky journey to the promised land. In the rooms full of bubbas, buses full of photos, the beating all the stuffing out of every song that he knows. All that it gotta be is up for doing for so everybody loves a little transcendental polka Billy, running his number on him everywhere that he goes, headed where nobody but the deity had handled. Room full of bubbas, buses full of photos, on to the promised land. In the rooms full of bubbas, buses full of photos, the beating all the stuffing out of every song that he knows. All that it gotta be is up for doing for so everybody loves a little transcendental polka Billy, running his number on him everywhere that he goes, headed where nobody but the deity had handled. Room full of bubbas, busted full of polo. Room full of bubbas, busted full of polo. Room full of bubbas and busted full of polo. On to the promised land. My 12 string is roaring, my memory's soaring, the incidents come and I see. In times of reflection, a fair recollection of what we were trying to be. The underground places, the river raft races, the laughing until we were blue. For all that is gone now, I ponder on just how I managed to hang on to you. We said, oh, what the hell, might as well, let's get high. Then we smoked up Columbia and drank Jordan dry. And it never came down to condemn or condone. We believed in each other and left it alone. Though some they would frown on us, none would draw down on us. We were trouble in kind. For more than a season, we searched for a reason for being here in our right mind. We did some things all wrong, we did some things all right. And the things I did right make me swell up with pride. And the things I did wrong make me tremble inside. Search for my history, still such a mystery, thirsting for money and fame. My fellow survivor, the moments arrive for some thoughts of a worthier game. And I know how we used to say yesterday's dead, and I know how the heavy part's still out ahead. It's like climbing the side of a mountain alone. Turn around and look down before traveling on. We said, oh, what the hell, might as well, let's get high. Then we smoked up Columbia and drank Jordan dry. And it never came down to condemn or condone. We believed in each other and left it alone.
kindred friend, the words and music speak to the heart of me. And there's no end, and there's no other way that I'd want to be. And time will bring those changes like those changes that we've been through. And I can see some changes that those changes have made in you. The roads we lay lead us away and bring us home again. And here with you is just as home as anywhere I've been. And Mick, they loved your songs in Waycross, or did I tell you so? In quiet surrender, tears and tender visions of long ago. The sad and ragged dreamers, for those hands of time to heal. Believe the visions of the heart are lovely beyond the real. And then quite necessarily some Christianly charity. We share our needs, and sharing breeds a familiarity. I wounded thee, thou wounded me, back in the olden time. And now you'll please forgive you yours as I forgive me mine. The roads we lay lead us away and bring us around again. And here with you is just as home as anywhere I've been. My kindred friend, the words and music speak to the heart of me. And there's no end, and there's no other way that I'd want to be. Songs to be sung, and we were out on the road in and among the people and places we'd know. A right likely tale of a dog and a man heading somewhere in a troubadour's van. Play that next gig and stay with the plan. A one-man dog and one-man show. Shot from a gun when she'd see a rabbit or a squirrel. Then I'd start to miss her and I'd start to fret till I'd see her there on that path up ahead. And a memory that I will never forget again in my mind would unfurl. It was in the spring of '80 out in Santa Fe, and we thought that little Lily'd up and run away. But it was more a case of those big dogs running off and leaving her out in the arroyos. And the woman and myself, we worried, where was she? Searching up and down the roads and longing eagerly. And we must have said a little black and white hound dog to every Indian there in that Pueblo. And I said, ya, ya, Lily, ya, ya. You my dog or ain't you, little Lily, ya, Lily, come ya. By a week or so it dawned upon this chronicler that we might wonder ever after what became of her. And that uncertainty was as hard for me and her as knowing that the worst thing had happened. But one evening when I thought that I could stand the cost, I just finally let her go and gave her up for lost. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. The moment I did that, she scratched on the door of that cabin. And I said, ya, ya, Lily, ya, ya. Are you my dog or ain't you, little Lily, ya, Lily, come ya. And I picked her up and I hugged her up and I cried like the fool I was, forever caring about the old sorry likes of her. This was a motel lounge gig, pure and simple. And of course for me 'twas a holy temple, a place to play out my sophistries and sing of my life and times. And I played to the final curtain, did some final tunes and some final flirting, singing and drinking them burgundies until I was sanguine. And I got to the room after 2, and the look Lily gave me I would not give you. But I fed her and took her to walk on the levee and look down at the dark river there. And we went back and crashed on the bed, and we roared off to sleep and we slept like the dead. But I woke up at dawn and still feeling no pain, decided I'd go run 6 miles in the rain. Not my mama, not my papa, not the woman I love, not the stranger from Galilee. Galilee would have give you a nickel to go out of that door and into that rain with me. Little Lily, she beat me down 3 flights of stairs because she would not be denied. the way it works out, I am told. But she's still got a life and she's still got a hold of my days and of my heart. It's a right likely tale of a man and a hound getting together and traveling around till the road leads them home. Now the folks in this town rarely will see us apart. She still rides shotgun when I take the wheel, and I try to ignore her sometimes, oh, but she'll keep staring at me so intensely until I spontaneously write us a hit. Beezer was a beezer, and a beezer was she, riding down the highway just looking over at me. She thinks I'm the best kind of songwriter man can be, and the beezer was a beezer, and the beezer was she. And many's the time when we're riding along, and I think of that line from that Bojangles song, and I wonder, you know, how I will get along when she's not on that path up ahead. I'll probably hold myself and rock myself and cry like the fool I've been, forever caring about the old sorry likes of her. Papa and Isaac messing around out in the yard, into some hard negotiations. Papa says, Isaac, let's go in and get your bath. Isaac, he has other intentions. He says, Papa, turn that sprinkler on while I sit here on the lawn. Go sit down, I promise not to squirt you. And Papa, he buys it, yeah, sits right there and gets hosed down, damn nearly drowned. Life can be so tough, and no one denies it. But after all's been said and done, Papa's not one for sweating the small stuff. A little old blue-eyed handsome man, he's an oscillating fan. Ain't it great how life can still surprise you? La 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, and no one denies it. Anyone can plainly see Papa and he are each other's lifeguard. The little old blue-eyed handsome man, he's a miracle at hand. Ain't it great how life can still surprise you? Papa and Isaac, an old man and his baby son, having some fun out in the front yard. La 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 la, la 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 la. And then Kilgore said,
Sure, I jumped. A little. At first.
I was driving him to the airport when Kilgore turns to me. There's a time and place, he says, for spontaneity. And while I tilted my head, kinda flute player style, to let those words sink in, Kilgore up and screws with me again, screws with me again. Blessed are the cheese makers. Time is fun when you're having flies. A waste is a terrible thing to mind, just as sure as the sun sucks dark from the skies. Metaphors be with you. Yesterday's the last day of your past. On Sundays I'm most generally slow, but on Saturdays I fast. As Mrs. Hattie Greenspan said while scratching her skull, you want to be held tightly but not accountable, so just eat natural foods, perform unnatural acts, and avoid all forms of excess. Quotes Kilgore, then adds, but I digress, but I digress. Blessed are the cheese makers. Time is fun when you're having flies. Waste is a terrible thing to mind, just as sure as the sun sucks dark from the skies. Metaphors be with you. Yesterday's the last day of your past. On Sundays I'm most generally slow, but on Saturdays I fast. Now help us out here. Blessed are the cheese makers.
Blessed are the cheese makers.
Time is fun when you're having flies. A waste is a terrible thing to mind, just as sure as the sun sucks dark from the skies. Metaphors be with you.
Metaphors be with you.
Yesterday's the last day of your past. On Sundays I'm most generally slow, but on Saturdays I fast. On Sundays I'm most generally slow, but on Saturdays I fast. I didn't get that. What does that mean? I don't get it.
I don't know.
I spend a lot of money, okay?
Okay.
But I make a lot of money, okay?
Okay.
But I spend a lot of money, okay? Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Walked in that office and I stuck out my hand. I'm here to see your Mr. Hildebrand. She said your name, I looked her right in the eye. I said it's L-O-N-G-L-A-Y. Some people worry, some people think, but I just get the leads and get the ink. I make it easy, it makes me high, that makes me L-O-N-G-L-A-Y. I said I'm L-O-N-G-L-A-Y. You tell me what and I'll tell you why. 'Cause I've been talking to the guy in the sky. He said I'm L-O-N-G-L-A-Y.
traffic jam. And there's my baby, what a lovely lass. Red-haired Sicilian, always kicking my ass. And if I'm happy, here's a reason why. They're all named L-O-N-G-L-E-Y. I said L-O-N-G-L-E-Y. You tell me what and I'll tell you why. 'Cause I've been talking to the guy in the sky. He said I'm L-O-N-G-L-E-Y. My face is hairy, my life's a close shave, but I'm as happy as a runaway slave. Some people sell, some people buy. L-O-N-G-L-E-Y. I said L-O-N-G-L-E-Y. You tell me what and I'll tell you why. 'Cause I've been talking to the guy in the sky. He said I'm L-O-N-G-L-E-Y. He said I'm L-O-N-G-L-E-Y. You tell me what and I'll tell you why. 'Cause I've been talking to the guy in the sky. Cold as the shadows of evening, send out a gentle alarm. The wayward and walking wounded are gathering out at the farm. So children, there's joy within us. And children, we shall not fear. We have the whole of eternity, all in these moments here. Thoughts like sparks from the wood fire, the shrimp and the mullet are free. Is that the face of the north wind carved in that old live oak tree? Well, children, there's joy within us, and children, we shall not fear. We have the whole of eternity, all in these moments here. I know you're tired and your dreams have died. First you play, then you pay. But never doubt life or its promise. It's only our hearts that stray. So children, there's joy within us, and children, we shall not fear. We have the whole of eternity, all in these moments here. Children, is more.